lot to grow on from the first 7 attempts, really the first, I think, 4 or 5 drives. A lot to grow upon. Obviously, we need to start faster, get things going earlier, but I think it was good to see the whole offense just kind of rebound a little bit and get things going. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just finding completions early on, getting yourself going, and I think it's honestly just a mental thing, not trying to feel the game out, just going in. And if Coach Day calls a shot early on, take the shot if it's there. If he calls the intermediate pass, read the defense, space it out, whatever it is, and just get things rolling. Because I feel like when we start fast and we put points on the board early, we're going to be really tough to compete with.
How does the game change for you from like the first quarter to the second quarter to the third quarter? Because obviously you played better as the game went on, but is there something that changes throughout the game? Better feel? Like, what is there anything to point to?
Yeah, I think you just kind of get into a little bit of a rhythm. I think early on, just as an offense, and I think I wasn't necessarily helping, but we were just choppy, and we really never got into a rhythm. I feel like every single time we would take 2 steps forward, we take a step back, and it's hard to move the ball, especially early on when you're playing behind the sticks and you're in those 3rd and long situations. It's an uphill battle at that point. So I think we need to do better on 1st and 2nd down. I need to do better on 1st and 2nd down, keeping us on schedule, especially early on, because I think we showed in the second half when we're moving the ball early on in the drive and we get things going. We'll put points up on the board.
Everybody spent 2 weeks talking about Barb's ankle, and they didn't pay any attention to you.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I think just taking a step back and looking at the 5 games, I think I've made good progress from game 1 to game 5. But it's exciting knowing that we're 5-0 and we're in a good spot. But there's so much for this team and myself included to just grow upon. I feel like we're not even tapped into the potential team that we can be. And so knowing that we have a lot more room to improve and grow upon. It's exciting.
You guys use 12 personnel that you have all season. How does that change the work for you, both in the running game and the passing game?
Yeah, I think just with our tight ends room, we got really, I think, 3 or 4 guys that can do really good things in the pass game, getting out and running routes, and then also guys that can go in there and block. And so I think that creates a mismatch. If they want to put a linebacker on them, I like that matchup. And then if they want to keep an extra DB on the field, we'll do a good job running the ball. So I think it's just kind of that chess kind of game going back and forth. And that tight end room has done a really good job of being able to do both of those things for
Where
us.
have you seen G take the biggest steps this season?
Yeah, I think G obviously coming over from receiver, I really don't think he ever lost anything in his route running and his ball skills or anything like that. I feel like the biggest thing was just becoming that physical presence on the field. And it takes a while when you play your whole life out in the perimeter, and now you have to put your hand in the dirt. But he's done a great job embracing that. He's one of the toughest guys on the team, and I feel like he really enjoys the dirty work that a tight end does.
Kellen?
Yeah.
Ryan said it was the most comfortable, confident that you've worked in the red zone.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that too? Do you think that was the most comfortable that you've been in the red zone, and how can you kind of take that forward?
Yeah, I feel like with both of those plays that he called, I got a good pre-snap look at the defense and then confirmed that post-snap. And obviously Marvin did a great job on both those plays, getting open. And in the red zone, I think nothing's really open. You just have to trust that your guy's going to make a contested catch, and then that's exactly what he did. So I think that was good to kind of see, myself and the whole offense kind of take a step in the right direction in that area, because obviously early on, that was one of the areas we struggled in. So to take a step in the right direction and continue to grow upon that is, I think, the goal now.
Cal, your chemistry with Emeka Egbuka is now world famous, because of the Notre Dame game and even last weekend. What do you miss when you lose a guy for a game or two like that? And who do you expect to step up big time maybe this week?
Yeah, I mean, Mech is obviously a fantastic player. You can put him in the slot or outside. He's going to make plays regardless. But I feel like if there's any position room that could, have a next guy up and really not skip a beat, it would be that receiver room. So regardless of if Mech is going to play or not. I'm not sure, but just having confidence in the guys in that room. You know, we're extremely deep in that room. So I think regardless of who goes out there, if he doesn't play, I don't think we'll miss a beat.
Is Cardale Tate basically ready for like a more fuller action? I mean, a more full-time kind of action now?
Yeah, I
What's
think.
what's your take on him? Yeah.
I mean, Cardinal's been ready since the day he got here. I mean, he was extremely polished, and obviously spending the last 8 months with Coach Hartline and Coach Day, and you know, kind of shaping up his game. I mean, he's going to be scary good. So I think it's not if, but when for Cardinal, and whenever that is, he's going to take off.
Kyle, you
Two more questions.
I mean, I feel like honestly, I think I have a part to do, you know, with that run game. I feel like I have to do better early on, get us ahead of the change, because I think it's tough when, you know, teams either, you know, are anticipating the run because we're not passing the ball well, or if, you know, we're not passing the ball well in early downs and we're behind the chain, 2nd and 10, whatever, and then, you know, it's tough to run the ball in those situations because, you know, you're trying to play catch up. But, you know, I feel like it's, you know, at times it's there, and I feel like there's been points throughout the year where the passing game hasn't looked great and the run game has carried us. And I wouldn't say that was necessarily the case on Saturday. I feel like, you know, we were just playing behind the sticks, and so we were trying to pass the ball and make up for it. But, you know, I see it in practice every day, like it's there, and I think it's only a matter of time now until this thing really takes off.
Kyle, you've run the ball to Cade a lot this year. Just what has Cade done to make you so comfortable throwing the ball as well?
Yeah, Cade is a dog, man. I mean, there's not a thing on that field that he can't do at that tight end position. And so, like I was talking about earlier, I think it just creates a mismatch. And, you know, he's done a great job, I think, of taking that next step as a receiver. I feel like with his route running and his ball skills and just his knowledge of the game, I feel like that's where he's grown the most this past year. I mean, he just looks more comfortable running routes, and you know, obviously when you're playing with a great receiving core, there's going to be some good mismatches with Cade, and I think we've done a good job so far of exploiting them.
Hey, quick bonus question. Caden Curry, what is he bringing more and more to the table?
Yeah,
Speaking
I mean,
of the Cades and the Cades.
yeah, no, Caden defensively obviously plays with a high motor. I think you guys saw that this past game. Made a few big plays, especially when we needed it on offense. We were struggling a little bit. And then you bring him over to the offensive side of the ball, and you know, anytime he can get on the field and hit somebody, he's all in for it. So you'll see him run down on kickoff and lighten a dude up. I mean, sometimes it doesn't look right seeing a dude wearing number 92 move that fast, but you know, he's doing a great job.
Kyle, thank you so much.
Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you.